Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Gemini, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week is the Wheel of Fortune. And I'm pretty sure that you guys are all really glad to see this at this point. So as you know, I kind of got the cards, the key to the week cards mixed up last week, and I apologize for that. But sometimes we get the reading that we need rather than the one that we want, right? So with that said, the Wheel of Fortune suggests not only a change in the winds of change are blowing, as they say, and what this suggests to me is this is going to be a great week of luck. It's likely to be a week of success, and it's also going to be a week of results. This is a week where you're going to see the results of things that you've set into motion, and it may very well see you put in a place or a sphere where things are just, you know, in a really good space for you. I love the Wheel of Fortune, especially when, because sometimes when this card shows up, we experience a detour, and it's kind of like, okay, why is this detour taking place? Because you're being rerouted to someone or something that is better for you than what you currently envision or what you're currently experiencing. So this could be really nice. Whatever, I'm not saying there will be delays, but if there are any this week, follow them. If you end up taking a wrong turn on a journey, I get it. Like if you're, late and you've got to be somewhere that's really important, maybe not as great. But if you're not, follow the detours this week, because when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, it usually puts you in the right place at the right time. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. Remember, Mindset Magic is now live. It's currently 50% off. So as I'm putting this out, I have extended the sale because so many people asked about this, and I just want you to know, I want it to be as accessible to as many people as possible. So I am extending the sale, and it will be there until the week after this video goes out. So stay tuned if you want to get yours. Like I said, I won't be offering it at this price again. And also, I might put a discount on it for 2023 in the spring. But other than that, this is it, 50% off. There's a link in the description box below. For your actions and options, you have the Six of Swords. So for some of you, you're literally traveling this week. Maybe you are taking a holiday, a vacation. For some of you as well, this is an end to the challenges. So I know the last couple of weeks have not been particularly kind to the Geminis, but I really love this because I think, for me, this suggests that there is not only is there movement, but there's also a change of maybe a change of scenery. There's definitely a change of perspective, and there's certainly a shift or a change in the energy for you this week. So that Six of Swords is a card of travel, very often a card of travel over or by the sea. So with the Wheel of Fortune, that is like literal travel. So a lot of you could be traveling this week. Maybe you're taking a trip or a journey of some kind. On a more sort of metaphorical level, this is you definitely moving out of the challenges that you've experienced up until this point. So it's actually going to be a great week. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Eight of Wands. This is potentially international communications that come in. This could also be communication that comes in to do with the work or the profession that has an element of things really moving for you. For the other thing that I like about this card as well, sometimes it can speak to mentors and or teaching. And so for those of you that are studying or in academia, this really does suggest that this week It's like, you know, when they say that when the student is ready, the teacher will arrive. This could very well be one of those weeks. For some of you, you could be finding a teacher, a coach, a mentor. For those of you that are already coaches, teachers and mentors, this is a great week for you to start finding or connecting with your target market, those people that are going to resonate with whatever work, message, course, program, etc. you have to offer. This is a great week to put it out, or at least put the feelers out. You know, use this week's energy to your advantage. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, I like this for other opportunities coming through your network to do with the work. So, you know, if you're, you know, somebody that works in a big company that has several branches, etc., you know, you end up building those sort of interpersonal connections. This is a great week for building those or expanding on them. For those of you that would like to advance your career, this would be a really good week to have the conversation about what you need to learn, what are the new skills that you need to gain in order to take that step up. So this could be a really good week of opportunity. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, that is international connections. That is business speeding up, potentially transactions speeding up as well. If you're waiting on monies, this could be a week where things start to finally flow in that right direction for you. The other thing with this as well, if you're a business owner or an entrepreneur, etc., this could be a week where you start to realize that you need to place more orders for whatever it is that you're selling if you have a product. And it could also be a week where maybe you start to notice that actually with the knowledge and the skills that you've gained, you could end up going into some form of teaching for your industry. You know, people always want to learn, always. For your those of you that are retired and no longer working, sorry, it took me a moment. I had a complete blank stare at the Eight of Wands. Yeah, if you're retired and no longer working, I like this just for fun. I like this for chewing the fat, lots of conversations. Potentially for some of you, you're having Skype, Zoom conversations with people this week, people that live overseas. It could be as well for some of you, you're forging a more international network, should I say, which is nice. For your love and relations, you've got that Eight of Cups. This can be a card of walking away from things, and you've got this here with the Six of Swords. So I'm going to say for those of you that are married, partnered or in long-term commitments, if you've had issues or challenges in your relationship, this is the week where those come to an end or they ease off. I could also see this as well for those of you that are partnered, married and in long-term commitments where you haven't had any issues. What this actually suggests is that you and your partner are turning a corner in your relationship of where it is that you want to be in the world. For some of you, you might decide, you know what, 5 years from now, I want to move to gosh, you know, if you're in the States, maybe you want to move to Europe. If you're in Europe, maybe you want to move to the States. You know, this is really thinking about the long-term plans of where you are and how the community that you're in has maybe served its purpose up until now. For those of you that are single, I mean, you've got 2 8s here, so new knowledge, new information coming in for sure, but all of this under the guise of that Wheel of Fortune. I think this is a rediscovery of something that you maybe had convinced yourself you didn't want when it comes to a relationship. So I think this is maybe you're giving time and effort to somebody who you'd previously dismissed. I will say if that is the case and you're thinking, you know what, actually, yeah, I would like to date this person, you might have to work a little harder for it because nobody likes to be the second choice. So that's just something to consider. For your money and materials, you've got the Two of Swords. So there is a financial decisions that's needing to be made here. For those of you that are having or have had challenges with the partnership, it may be because you've had a difference of opinion about a financial matter. For those of you where there are no challenges or issues in the relationship, this could be a week where you're looking at the resources and maybe you and your partner have different ideas about how to get there. So let's say your ultimate goal is to buy a home. your partner's like, well, you know, I think we should do this, this and this. And you're like, well, actually it would be more, you know, aligned to do this, this and this. You're a Gemini. You are the unifying principle. So find a way to blend these ideas together. Nobody does this better than you. Or sometimes Libra. Well, you guys in general. I mean, air is a connective element anyway, because it's communicative, and communication is what links people most of the time. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Two of Swords literally speaks to your so on a physical level, in terms of like the body and the internals, it actually speaks to your kidneys and that whole sort of general area of self. However, because it is the Two of Swords and you've got the Wheel of Fortune here, that can also, because the figure has its thing, this could also be about the eyes. So this could be a part of it. And then for your home and environment, the Two of Swords, especially with the Eight of Wands, you could have, you know, like, what do they call it? Like, you know, like when you, like that thing, like not envy quite as such, but like this week there could be like a, well, they seem to be really happy there. Like, yeah, you could have postcode envy. That's what we call it here in the UK. You look at someone and you're like, oh, well, they're from the posh part of town. You could have a moment of that this week. But look, if I'm completely honest with you, wherever you are gearing up to go, it's going to be great for you anyway. And for those of you that are staying put, the Two of Swords suggests that this week there might be some spooky goings on in the home. So it'll be interesting to see and hear about that. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.